Mason Greenwood is the football player that we are talking about, and the big decision has to be made for the football player Mason Greenwood. And what is this decision? Is Mason Greenwood going to be returning to the football club Manchester United from Getafe? Is he remaining at the club? And also do not forget that big clubs are after Mason Greenwood. Could Manchester United be losing out on a big football player if they sell Mason Greenwood? Do you think that he should really return to the club Manchester United? A lot has been said and a lot has been done, but at this moment in time we're going to be talking about this big decision and what are its implications, and also exactly what is happening and what is most likely going to happen, what is realistic and what is a rumor. Also the decision of the big man Eric Ten Hag, what's happening with him. Is Manchester United going to be keeping Eric Ten Hag, or his one up to leave the club Manchester United, as we also could be seeing Manchester United looking for yet another football manager? But all this is still a possibility, and we cannot say it's 100% a final decision about the football manager Eric Ten Hag. Anyway, let's start with Mason Greenwood. You will remember that recently Manchester United had a few issues with Mason Greenwood, and that's why Manchester United saw him loaned to Getafe, and Getafe secured a 20% deal on any sale of Mason Greenwood in the loan deal, and that's why Getafe could be up for selling the football player Mason Greenwood. They definitely could. They might not sell, but they are in for a big decision to be made. And do not forget that big clubs have approached the football player, the Manchester United football player Mason Greenwood, and we're talking about big and massive clubs. And some of these clubs are Barcelona and Real Madrid, and also Getafe also saying that there is a potential for him to stay, and Manchester United could weigh up its options and see, is it worth bringing him, is it worth keeping him, or he should return. Should he return to the club Manchester United, or he should not even try returning? Anyway, we're going to be discussing all this. We'll remember that Mason Greenwood had a few problems before, and that's why he was kicked out of Manchester United. He was off for quite a long period of time, and when he returned to football, he could not play for Manchester United, and this is because of a few reasons, with one of the big reasons being that the fans at Manchester United were not very sure after those big allegations that Mason Greenwood had been facing. Manchester United fans were not very sure, and also the management at the club were not very sure about. They said they could definitely sell him, but Eric Ten Hag, as a manager of Manchester United, he said he sees a lot of potential in the football player, and that's why he decided or opted for the club Manchester United not to sell him but loan him. And when they loaned him, when he reached Getafe, he definitely played quite well and was noticed by much more clubs. Very many clubs are after the football player, and he's definitely going to have a very busy time. And at this moment in time, I can confirm to you that Barcelona came out and said they definitely needed the football player. Barcelona are after Mason Greenwood. It's undoubted. You cannot doubt the decision of Barcelona wanting to sign the football player Mason Greenwood, because he is a big talent. When he is on the pitch, he plays absolutely well. I mean well, he plays definitely very well. He is a typical goal scoring machine, and you can, if you've been watching him playing at Getafe, he's really played quite well. He's regained his form. That's why Real Madrid have been looking into this issue of Mason Greenwood, and also despite the fact that Real Madrid are also interested, Barcelona, Real Madrid, then Getafe also saying that they could be remaining with the football player. They want the football player, they want him to stay at Getafe, but who has the final decision? It's Manchester United. So Manchester United could definitely be making the big decision, with quite a number of critics coming out and saying that it's very unlikely for Manchester United to keep the football player Mason Greenwood because of what is going on at Manchester United. It could be very unlikely, but selling him and getting much more money is something that the club could be looking into or taking into consideration. But Barcelona is very, 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 Barcelona is very sure. Is very okay. It's made this big decision and said that they want the football player and they are ready to get the football player and they're ready to put in the cash. You, as a Manchester United fan, you can let us know what you think about this decision, about the decision. Do you think that Mason Greenwood should be up for sale, or do you think that he should remain at the club Manchester United? Do not forget that Manchester United is going to be getting big money, but also despite the fact that Manchester United is going to be getting big money out of the football player, also Getafe is going to be making big money if he's because that 20% sale, I mean, is quite a lot of money for Getafe. And it's big money for Getafe. Getafe is going to be making quite big money, and that's why I think they are definitely in for the sale of the football player Mason Greenwood. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about Erik ten Hag before anything else. Anyway, so Erik ten Hag, you remember that Erik ten Hag has spent a bit of time here, but I personally think he needs a bit more time. We need to give Erik ten Hag more time so that he can put his club where he wants. When you look at who's been playing at Manchester United, when you look at who's been playing at Manchester United and the current situation at Manchester United, in a long time he's not been able to play all the football players that he wants to play, and for that reason we can think that he can that's the big reason as to why the performance of Manchester United has not been very good, and United should be at least in top 4 at this moment. United is struggling to be in top 4, and that's not the legacy of Manchester United. With the Ineos billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe ready to dash out the body, I can confirm to you that the summer transfer window is going to be a very busy one. Come summer transfer window is going to be massive. It's going to be a very busy one, as Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants to make sure that United gets back to its feet, and we could see a lot of football players leaving the club Manchester United and a lot more of football players coming to Manchester United. The decision of Erik ten Hag at this moment in time, the Ineos billionaire says that he's got a lot of belief in the football player, the football manager, Erik ten Hag. He thinks that Erik ten Hag could definitely lead Manchester United to a lot more victory. And at this moment in time, the Ineos billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe has backed the stay of Erik ten Hag, and Erik ten Hag is definitely here to stay, and we could see him no 100% sure at this moment, but we could say possibly 90% he's going nowhere. So we could see him transform the club Manchester United. As we know, summer transfer window is going to be knocking very soon, and it's going to be busy. It's going to be a very busy moment. So we also could, if Manchester United say they want Mason Greenwood to return to the club Manchester United, it could be a very beautiful thing to see the collaboration between Erik ten Hag and Mason Greenwood. Let us know, you as a person, what you definitely think about the football players, about the football player Mason Greenwood and him coming and working with Erik ten Hag. Anyway, where you're watching from, just let us know which part of the world you're watching from, and enjoy the show. Enjoy what we are talking about, mainly talking about football and what's happening in the football world right over here at the United chapter. So please do not forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. I personally think I like Mason Greenwood. When you see there's something lacking at Manchester United, and there's something I always wanted to talk about, the football player Marcus Rashford. When you see what story is happening with Marcus Rashford, I don't know whether you've noticed that when Marcus Rashford is the center of attention in the club, he definitely performs very well. When Cristiano Ronaldo left Manchester United and Marcus Rashford was left as the sole striker for the club Manchester United, he scored almost in every game. He scored a goal, and his performance was very brilliant. And recently also, when he's been given the opportunity to lead the club, the front section of the club, he definitely played well. When Rasmus Højlund was not able to play for Manchester United when he's been on an injury. Anyway, this is Match Ball. I'll be bringing you more. Make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on whatever I've got to bring to you. Thank you and goodbye for now.